morning. Welcome to another, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whatever. Welcome to another video. I would like to show you something. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna repeat it just in case. All of you who are taking this course, by the end of the course, you'll have access to these files, which is gonna make your life way easier. Okay. To be honest, I can just give it to you. You don't need to finish the course for that. I'm gonna give it to you as soon as you enroll into the course. Basically, it's all the stone cuts that you don't have in Rhino. Okay, this is taken from another software. Yeah, so basically, you can get any stone size. If you make a circle of, let's say, 5 mil, you would just need to scale the stones. Just make sure that you scale right. Okay. So now it's a 5 mil stone. Okay. Well, it's not yet, but you just need to scale the stones the right proportions. You can scale 1D as well. Okay. You just have to make sure you set boundaries before, so you know exactly up to which size you're scaling. Right. What are we gonna do today? We're gonna do something that all CAD designers we've done hundreds of times. It's boring, it's nothing exciting, but brings money. So you might want to pay attention. We're gonna make a signet ring. You can actually make it once and then just scale some of its parts, so you don't need to do it every time. But it could happen, like it's my case and many other cases, that it's just faster to start from scratch every time rather than editing an existing file. Anyway, I'll show you how to do it, and then you can do whatever you want. We're going to start on the through finger view, and we're going to draw a circle with the diameter of the ring. Okay, close circle, nothing special. Okay, and then we will draw another circle from the top, so looking down view, and this will be the top diameter of the ring. Let's make it 15. Okay, you can do whatever you want really, but this is my advice. I have ortho on for some reason. I just switch it off. Okay, so then basically the only key thing in this is to draw 4 lines around this. Okay, the way we're gonna draw these 4 lines, actually 2 lines because they are symmetrical, it's what's gonna make a difference in the design. So I'm gonna start by making an offset. I remember that I usually type it, but if you don't want to do that, you can use offset here. Offset, I'm going to set a distance of 1.8, which is going to be the width of the ring. And I'm going to make a line straight up so I can split this circle into, well, in one. Okay. Then actually, I'm going to make a bit of a funny shape. So I'm going to draw a line from 0, and I'm going to do it like this. You could also make a line like this, and now what I'm going to do is split this line. So I'm going to split here, but you can use the other line if you want. Right, and then this, which I can see as a line on the through finger view, is not a line, it's a circle. So I want to draw a line that goes from here to here. But to make sure that it finishes here, I want to put a point on the quadrant. Okay, understood that? It's like, well, I think I explained this before. North, south, east, west. Okay, so basically I want to extend this line up to that point. How can I do that? By executing the command extend. Extend. So I'm going to extend this line, enter, select curve to extend, click here again, and I could extend it so that it goes there, That could be an option. You could also do something a bit more complicated, which is you extend once here, and then you repeat the command, and you extend again. So it does turn in another way. It kind of goes, you create a different shape basically. I don't really care what you do. The whole thing is that you need a curve that goes from the quadrant to here. Okay? Then what I would do now is get this line, rotation from this endpoint, copy yes, and by pressing shift on the keyboard, you make this. Of course, I don't want the side of the ring to look so bulky. It's like too much. But I'm doing this because I want this, the side curve, this curve, I want it to have a bit of an angle like this. So basically what I want, the only thing that I really want from this curve is this little bit here. So I put a point and I can just chop it off. Okay. Then I need to draw a new curve. So I'm going to look for the point because I want it to start also on the quadrant. I'm going to make it look a bit like a signet ring. So I'm going to do this. You see, on this curve it goes like this. So I want something similar here. Okay. But maybe not that much. You could also, and I haven't done this, when you have this line, you can also, the same way I split the bottom part, you can split the top part. So you just put a point in there and you split it. Okay. Whoa, hang on, should have split this as well. Okay. You could have that, but then you will need a curve that goes a bit like that, a bit, has to go in a little bit. So you could try to make a polyline with this. Actually, something like this is quite accurate, what I want. As I said, it's really up to you. Also, I would always advise you to avoid sharp edges. So what I do is make a circle and split it. And then you can use blend curves, which is here. So you blend this with this. Okay, it's much smoother now. And here pretty much the same. There are other ways to do it. I kind of prefer doing blend curves. You could also use this one here, fillet curves, but you need to join it first. It's a bit more complicated. Remember what I always said, don't really follow exactly what people are doing on videos, even myself. Like the way I do things, it's the way I do things. Could be that you find the way that you do something and it works better, and that's fair enough, it works. Okay, so if someone tells you you're doing it the wrong way, could be that they are right in terms of there is a faster or better way to do it, but if it works for you, fuck it, it worked for you. Okay, even now I still do things the old-fashioned way sometimes, but it worked for me. So okay, I join this line into one and I mirror it to the other side. Okay, then all these points out, and I need to mirror the first curve to the other side. Make sure you press shift. Okay, then we have 4 individual lines that they are not joined together. That's what I need. Okay, then the last thing you should do is using this command. Sorry, not this one, curve network. Okay, so we select it and select curve network. Just select all these. Do not select the finger size. If you select the finger size, it's not gonna work. Right. Enter. We will have this, Don't really worry much about it. Just check preview and you will see that we have a lovely signet ring. Well, we have like a back, but we will turn it into a signet ring. You can play with these parameters or these options. To be honest, doesn't make some massive difference in terms of shape because the geometry that we're making is very simple. This geometry is very light. It doesn't have a lot of information. If we were doing surface from curve with many more curves, it would make a difference. But so far you don't have to worry about it. Then press OK. And now we have a surface. This is not a solid. The whole thing has been done using one single command. That means it's a surface. Why I'm saying that? Because it's not a solid. As you can see, it's open. How do we turn it into a solid? By selecting the geometry and executing cap. Okay, now it's a solid. Right, what do we have to do now? Select this line, which is the finger rail. We just extrude it. We can do both ways if you want. Make sure this is a solid as well. And then you can do Boolean difference. Okay, right, it's almost there. What else do we need to do? As you can see, sometimes the chunks, in some cases, depending on the curve that you've done, they will be a bit bulky at the bottom. Sometimes people like that. I don't. So I'm gonna make a line here. Sorry, I'm gonna make a mirror. So I have a mirrored copy of this line, and I'm gonna split this with these lines. So I would have this. Right. What can we do here? We need to duplicate edge. So we duplicate these lines. We join it. We make another mirror. So we have these lines as well. Okay. You can put it in another layer if you want. I'm gonna put it on the... Oh, I'm running out of layers. I'm gonna make a red one. Okay, so that this it's on the red layer. And this as well if you want. This I'm gonna join it. So all this it's on the red layer. I'm just doing this so I can just show you this part, okay? Right, we just need to make a little bridge here. So we could do sweep to rail, one rail, another rail, and make it so that it goes on the intersection. The seam is on the intersection. Let's see how that looks like. Okay, that could be quite alright. Okay. Actually, I should have cut this a bit further. Sorry, this is my mistake. I should have cut it higher on the shank. Okay. So you make mirror, split this, get rid of this. Okay. Even when using matrix, sometimes I still do this because matrix has a system to make signet rings and it's quite good, but still the bottoms of the shank, depending on the curve that you've used, they will look a bit funny sometimes. Okay, so that looks better already. Maintain height sometimes makes a difference, not in this case. Okay, so that is signet ring. Okay, then another thing, this signet ring at the moment, oh, it's solid. Probably something like this I would not make it hollow because it's not a big amount of metal that you would be saving. But let's assume that your signet ring is bigger and you have to hollow it out. So what would you do? Right, again, this is one of those things that there are faster way to do it, as I was saying before, but I do it my way. My way means going on wireframe, this, and making lines with the thickness that I want the signet ring to have. Okay, so 1 mil. Make sure that this 1 mil it's sort of like this. Okay, I'm just using this as a reference. So then I'm gonna scale this, scale 3D from 0. Copy, yes. So I'm gonna copy this up to here. Okay, right, so this is the original ring, this is the copy. Right, if you look from on wireframe from the front view, it kind of looks like it makes sense. Like this is 1 mil, this is 1 mil. In some cases, you might want to make the top thicker. If you're gonna put an engraving or something, you have to be careful with that. Okay, 1 mil it should be plenty, but anyway. Okay, as I was saying, from the front view it looks fine. From the side view it doesn't look fine. Okay, so you need to get into wireframe and make 1 mil, kind of like that. Have to put it in an angle. Okay, this is not 1 mil, this is less than 1 mil, so I want to scale it down. So I'm going to scale it down 1D only. 1D kind of to here. Okay, right, what else is wrong here? We don't want the shank to be hollow all around. We only want it on the top. How can we do that? Right, we open the move menu, we open this one, and here we have bounding box. Okay, get it. Bounding box now, enter, enter, and enter. I'll do it again. We select the object that we want to edit, we open this menu, we open this menu, so left click here, bounding box on the command line, enter, make sure you have 4, 4 and 4 on each axis. These are the edit points on each axis, so 4, 4 and 4, enter and enter. Then we just need to select the ones at the bottom and move up to here. Okay, so now basically what we've done, I'm gonna put it in another layer. Usually the cutters should be in orange, so this is gonna be in orange. Okay, just in case you decide to join the matrix course later, you will see why I'm doing this. Okay, so basically I've make a fake solid underneath to make a Boolean difference, which is what I'm gonna do now. Okay, that's it. Now the whole top, it's 1 millimeter thick, right? It makes sense if you're gonna make this in gold, for example. If you're gonna make it in silver, I would not do it. Okay, that's it really what I wanted to show you today. I strongly encourage you to try to do it, and let me know if you have any problems. And I'm really looking forward to see what you can do. Remember, you have any questions, just post a question on the forum, and I will reply to it as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching.